A while ago, I revisited Little Nightmares, a horror game from 2017, and asked the question, does it hold up today? And while I was playing the first game's chapter, I realized something very, very interesting.
The Janitor is the best boss ever.
Yes, I know that's a bold statement, but I genuinely think that the Janitor from Little Nightmares is an amazing boss. Not only in this game, but in horror game history. Now, I know you hardcore horror fans are sitting there like, but what about Mr. X, or Pyramid Head, or King Boo? All perfectly valid answers, but I want to explain why this guy is not only one of the most well-designed monsters in gaming, but also how amazing his mechanics are and how they mix in with his environment. So, let's jump right into it. So, when you first look at his design, you'll notice two huge distinct features. One of those is his spaghetti-looking limbs he's got there. This dude's arm looks like two moldy string cheese, like Gorgonzola trying to do Zumba. Anyways, the other feature you'll notice is the fact that he's blind. The monsters in Little Nightmares have a shared feature of very, very flappy skin, like melting candles or something. The Janitor has the skin on his face so low that they cover his eyes, therefore making him blind. One other thing you'll notice about him is his legs. He is very, very short. Well, to us he's huge, but proportions are all out of whack. With all his features put together, he gives off not only a sense of weakness with his blindness, but also a sense of slowness due to his short legs. So even if he somehow detects us, we can just outrun him with ease, right? Oh, how foolish you are for believing in a concept as goofy as that. Now that I've shown you his quote-unquote weaknesses, let me tell you how those attributes are actually used against you in a very scary way. Also, he has a really cool hat. Before I go into his mechanics, I should probably explain how the game style in Little Nightmares works. The game at its core is a stealth evading game. Since we are so small, it is very easy to find spaces and areas to hide in. The only threat are the monsters and a few hazards around the setting. There is no way to damage the monsters in the moment. You can only run, hide, and try to escape with your life. The Janitor makes it really hard to do that. First off, when we are first introduced to him, we can see right off the bat that he is blind. So we are slightly put at ease because he can't see us. Then, as soon as we move onto the floorboards, he hears the creak of the wood caused by our steps and he starts focusing on his hearing. Yep, this guy's hearing is on par with bats and those things from A Quiet Place. He ignores it for the time being, but now we are put on alert. Also, the sounds he makes are so terrifying. Like a chain smoker that got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully, if you do a good job at being stealthy, you'll be able to evade him for the most part. However, it is very easy to get his attention. Like I said before, he has really good hearing, so any creak in the wood or dropped object or no one walking by, he will hear it. Since we don't exactly know the limits to his hearing when we're playing the game, there is a sense of uncertainty whenever we're around him. It's always a gamble of, is he gonna hear this? Will he detect me? Will he hear me playing on my DS even though I'm under the blanket with the lights off? It's so hard to tell. In addition to his superhuman level hearing, he also has that astounding reach. Remember how I said earlier that his short legs give off an impression that he's slow? Yeah, those Mr. Fantastic looking ass arms make up for that tenfold. This guy's arms has such long reach and dexterity, it feels like two pythons are chasing after you. I have lost count on how many times I've been a good distance away from him, whether it was ahead of him or above a platform where I thought I was safe, but apparently, I was wrong. You think that you're in the clear because you're almost at the top of this 10-foot dresser, but the Janitor is just like, I respond with, nuh-uh, and just grabs onto you and takes you out. It is so utterly terrifying when you get grabbed, it never gets better or less scary in my opinion. Once you get to the end of this chapter, you'll have to fight the Janitor in a partially closed elevator. You need to dodge his arms as they try to grab you and disassemble this cage. Once it's weak enough, the elevator will close and cut off his arms. He screams in pain and supposedly dies, all the while the arms are still moving from muscle memory, trying to grab you in one final effort for victory. I think this boss fight is so well made and also poetic in a way. This monster is forced to use his biggest strength, and in the end he loses the thing that made him such a threat. When all is said and done, I kind of feel bad for him. If he did survive, then He's just a blind pawn chess piece looking thing with no arms, like a blink profile picture on Instagram. Now that I've proven how the janitor by himself is scary, I wanted to add one more element to further prove this point, and that is the relationship with the janitor and the environment he works in. Little Nightmares has an interesting way of introducing us to the monsters. They always start off by being in the background or just leaving the room when we come in. It's the same way with the janitor, but once we see him in all his glory is when the threat truly sets in. You'll notice when we first encounter him, he is literally killing children, stuffing them into body bags, placing them on hooks, and sending them off to wherever. I mentioned this in my gameplay video, but the fact that he is doing this gruesome job not only unfazed, but efficiently, is extremely unsettling. How can anyone do something like this and be like, yep, just the regular 9 to 5, definitely beats mowing crops back home with Pappy. Something else you notice about the environment is the carpet laid out across the floor. If you walk on these, they will cushion your steps and allow you to advance without him hearing you. You would think that this is your safe space, but you're wrong again. If you make a sound in any other way, he will know where you are, so even your safe space is dangerous. The last thing I want to mention about the environment is the layout in general. The architecture of the area is full of pipes, long furniture, ladders, and other surfaces to grab onto. The janitor uses these to his advantage and is a master of traversing the environment with ease, like a monkey with a cool hat. The layout of the area with all these complicated surfaces mixed with his trained dexterity make him a very big threat to our character, further proving that the janitor is one of the best horror game bosses ever. At the end of the day, from his unsettling design, his effective and efficient mechanics, and his relationship with the environment around him, I truly believe that the janitor from Little Nightmares is one of the best made horror monsters in gaming history. I will stand by this fact till the day I die. If you want to experience this fear firsthand, I fully recommend playing this game. It is amazing. And if you do, tell me how you like it in the comments. I also want to know, do you agree with me? Also, let me know below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to follow my socials in the description to stay updated on what and when I post, and also have a say in what I make next. Also post my art in there, so go give it a follow. Also check out the end card for more videos. Thank you for watching again, and in the meantime, make sure to relax today.